Hey everyone, it's Gail. I'm here with this week's energy reading. And as I was pulling cards, I got very specific directions for this reading this week. So this is really interesting. I was guided to pull all the major arcana into a deck and then the cups, the suit of cups in the deck. While I was doing that, while I was going through my Lightseers Tarot, the Ace of Pentacles popped out. So I feel that this Ace of Pentacles is kind of the anchor for the energy this week. So we're definitely going into yet another new cycle, new beginnings. This is November 1st. We're in a new month. The energy this week feels very different than last week. Here in New England, all of last week was pretty stormy, gloomy. There was a lot uprooted. Uprooted is what I just heard. And there were a lot of trees that got uprooted. There were a lot of branches down. So last week you may have had some situations or experiences that maybe kind of rocked you a little bit, uprooted you, so to speak. And what I'm feeling is that even if it didn't feel all that great while it was happening, it's all happening for you to create and bring in and manifest this new beginning. So this is really exciting. And we're going to see what's on deck for this week. Now, there is quite a few things going on. We're in Scorpio season now. Scorpio is all about transformation. So that's exciting. Also, I feel that this is part of the reason why I was guided to sort out the suit of cups. That's all about emotions. So emotions might be running a little intensely, or it's like you may be feeling them more so during this next month, this Scorpio season. And it's really about allowing those feelings to flow in a way of mastery, right? To not be overcome by those emotions, to not dam them up, to really, this is an opportunity I feel this month to really be in touch with how you're feeling and navigate those emotional waters with all of the tools and the resources and the healing that you've been doing up until this point. So there may be, for some of us, we might be getting some, I was going to say tests, but I also just heard opportunities for growth. So if you want to spin it that way, sometimes it feels like a test, right? So there might be some of that coming through. I know that there's some things going on in the heavens. I had a really cool experience last night where I was getting ready for bed, and I looked out my window and I saw, I'll post it later on my channel, because I actually was able to capture this on my phone camera, which is amazing to me. But I saw these 3 stars and then 2 stars diagonally to the side of the stars, and they were so bright and twinkly, and I was like, what is that? And I was just fascinated by it. And it's part of Orion's constellation is what I found out today. I had a sense that might be what it was, and then got confirmation on that today. Not really sure why that's coming up, but I guess that's all to say that if you're looking up at the sky in the evening, you're going to be able to see some really cool things. Also, I know that there's been some solar flares, so that might be something to just keep in mind. If you're feeling, if the energy's feeling kind of intense, it's because it is. because it is. So all of that is to say, listen to your body, listen to how you're feeling emotionally, but also listen to how you're feeling physically. So if you're feeling tired, or if you're feeling a little foggy, it's like don't try to ignore that and just push your way through. There are things, happening on the macro. It's not to say that you have to like go into hiding or anything like that, but it's just, be aware that there are things going on a bigger scale that can be impacting your energy levels and your energy, your vibration this week. Okay. They're telling me to get on with it. Okay, so, okay. I didn't even need to ask. We got 2 cards coming out already. So we've got the Hierophant and the Moon card. So I'm really, right off the bat, I'm getting that there's an upgrade here for this week. The energy, this is for the collective. It's like hold on. Okay. So I really feel like this is speaking to the shift to 5D, and like this is not, you may have a sense that this is going on for you specifically as an individual, but also you may be seeing, not so much seeing signs, because, this is kind of what's hidden, right? What's underneath the surface. So you may be sensing this shift happening in the environment around you, possibly, just in the world in general around you. So there's something about this week. Well, yeah, here's that new beginning, right? This shift to 5D has been happening, but I'm feeling like there's something about this coming cycle, perhaps this month. That's a full moon, and we have a new moon coming up. So within this month, there's something coming through with the energy, with ascension. That's important to set the foundation for this week. Okay, you want to give us a little bit more on that? I'm also getting like there's, with the moon card here, like maybe there's still some more work on the subconscious level that needs to be done. Some balancing out of the masculine and the feminine energies as well. You got the Emperor here. There's a lot of look at that, a lot of masculine energy. Okay, so So I often associate the moon card with the High Priestess as well. Okay, so this is like divine feminine energy in this card, the subconscious, hidden. We've got the Hierophant, which is, I always think of this as divine masculine energy, and then the Emperor too, right? And so look at that. We got a full moon here. We got a full moon. The Emperor's sitting on his throne, right? Which is the full moon. So lots of divine masculine, divine feminine energy here. Look, he's holding on to his queen. You see that? I don't know if you can see that. Wow. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, so what I'm feeling is that there's an opportunity this month to really balance out divine feminine, divine masculine within. And I'm also feeling like there may be a lot of unions happening this month. So so we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. However, if you're predominantly feminine, divine feminine, I'm talking about the energy, not so much, so you could be a man, you could be a woman, you could be non-binary, whatever. It's not about the gender, it's about the energy. So first and foremost, I'm feeling like there's a balancing out with either needed or will be happening with the divine feminine and divine masculine energy. I'm also feeling like in the material plane that there may be some unions happening this month. Now, these readings are about mission. And so what I'm feeling for that is that if you're a divine feminine with a divine masculine in your life, or you're a divine masculine with a divine feminine in your life, there's some feeling or some sense here that you're going to be coming together to collaborate on, could be a new project, a new business. This could be a love partnership, but I'm really feeling like it's related to mission. Okay, so you may have a partner, you may already have a partner, but maybe you're the work that you're doing in the world is separate. So there may be something happening this month where you start to see how you can collaborate together. And when you're in that divine feminine and that divine masculine energy, it's very powerful when those two forces come together. It's very powerful for creating change in the world. So something like that is brewing this month. I don't know. Well, let's see. We'll keep pulling cards, because I'm not sure if that's actually going to come to fruition this month, or if that's kind of what's happening more in the ethereal to be brought down at a later time. So what's this? Anything else? Anything else about the feminine and the masculine coming together? Okay. Okay, nothing on the Arcana. Are we doing cups? No, they want me to pull some oracles on these three cards. So, pulling from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck. What else do we need to know about these two powerful energies coming together this month? For a new project, new business, mission. What else do we want to know? It's like this week is kind of setting the stage for this, but I'm feeling like we're also getting a peek at confirmation, new beginnings, folks, new beginnings. It's like we're also getting a peek for what's in store for the rest of the month, so that's fun. All right, oh my gosh, look at that joy. This is, whatever this is, combining these two energies is going to bring a lot of joy. Oh my God, look at that. It's a 22, right? So 22, that's a master number. Also 22 is factor of 11, right? 11. Wow. Interesting. It's going to bring a lot of joy and stability. And I'm feeling like this is, it's certainly, I feel like it's financial stability, but it's also, I'm feeling like stability on a much more grander scale, a global scale. We've been in a very chaotic time, and there's something about this divine masculine, divine feminine energy coming together, both within and without, that's going to kind of settle that chaotic energy and start to build a different foundation, a stronger foundation. This is really interesting, because I was getting a download about this on my walk today, about setting a strong foundation, really strong foundations for life, and what those pillars are of those foundations. That's still percolating. So I'm not going to share too much about that right now because I think that that's kind of in progress. But I was definitely getting a sense that, much like the nor'easter that we had here, right? Like everything's been blown apart and uprooted, and now things are starting to settle down. Like today, it's a gorgeous day outside. Things are kind of still blowing around, but the sun's out. The sky's blue, and there's like this renewal, right? After this very stormy week that we just had. And so we've had a very stormy couple of years, right? And so this renewal is coming in, and we're going to have this opportunity to create a different foundation, a stronger foundation, that's going to bring about a lot of joy. A lot of joy, right? And stability. That foundation's going to be stable. Wow. Okay. Now we're going to pull some cups. This is really interesting. Okay. Let me have the cups to clarify. What's the general feeling this month with these energies coming together? What do we need to know about the emotions? Remember, emotion is energy in motion, right? I mean, joy's pretty high vibe emotion. Okay. Oh my God. What did I say? If that's not a union card, I don't know what is. All right. I'm just going to leave that there. But we also have this Four of Cups here. So what do you want us to know? So I see how, again, like focusing here on this cup over to the side, and there's like a hand. This is like the gift from God, right? You may have been in a place where you were kind of turning your back on this. This also, in this deck, like the rainbow here kind of reminds me of the Ten of Cups. So this may have been present for you for a while now, and you've been kind of turning your back to it. Kind of looking off, distracted maybe by other things, or maybe kind of looking for fulfillment in these other things and realizing, it just kind of keeps me feeling empty and bored. And you're starting to sense this over here, right? This cup, this gift from the divine that really holds the key to your fulfillment. And I do feel that it's connected with this Two of Cups. How is this turning into a love reading? I don't know. Okay. Leave me a comment if this is resonating. This is turning into a love reading. I don't know what else to say. Well, here's the thing. Like, when we're talking about true love, right? And we're talking about true love pairs. Those are very powerful connections. I'm talking true divine, love partnerships rooted in divinity. Okay? I'm not talking about Hallmark, happily ever after, what we see in the movies, what we see, what we've been taught about what love and relationships are. I'm talking about true divine love, okay? And those are very powerful partnerships. So, that can be a big part of our mission. is who are you? Who is your true love can be part of your mission. As individuals in that partnership, you can still be in mission. You can still be doing that mission work. And when you come together, right, you're powerful in your own right, each of you. And each of those energies are powerful and have a purpose in their own right, right? Masculine is structure, support. Feminine is flow, receptivity, intuition. Bring it together. Whew, that's a powerful dynamic, right? Okay, they're not giving me any more cards. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Okay, so this is not quite 10 of Cups. This is more on, this is like your wishes and desires and your fulfillment on a material level. Okay, and this is coming in. It's like the ships are coming. It's so funny. Before the reading, I heard that. Ships are coming in. The ships are coming in. So it's been a little wonky. I don't know why they keep talking about money, but for some of you, it might have been a little wonky with the financial situation. For some people, it's been amazing, right, this time. So what I'm getting with this is like, if you're doing this, if you're balancing out these energies, if you're doing your healing work, right, your inner work, November is going to be a magical month. I'm just saying, like you've set the stage. Upstairs is going to acknowledge you and reward you with abundance, with love, with joy, with stability. It's like I'm feeling like, well, it's Scorpio season, right? It's the death card. And the death card is not just about the death. It's like closing the chapter. So if you've got to do any work around completing a cycle, that has to happen first, right? So there may be some things that you're going to be releasing earlier in the month to make space for this to come in, right? But the death card is also about new beginnings. It's about transformation. And so this month in particular, this week is kind of setting the stages to this month where this transformation is going to come in. Wow. This is a cool reading. It's really exciting. Okay. So I'm going to pull from the Divine Dog Wisdom cards because they're just fun. This is actually my daughter's deck. And I love the artwork on them. And also dogs, right? Who doesn't love dogs? Come on. Talk about true love. Okay, what do we need to be working on to bring this new beginning, this true love, this powerful dynamic duo in mission? What do we need to be working on in order to call that in? Balance out the masculine and the feminine. It's not just balancing it out. I'm feeling like, really, really figuring out how to combine the two assets to create something new. All right, we got 2 cards. Humility. Oops, sorry about that. And patience. Okay. Any day now. Any day now. This is coming through any day now. Okay, so what I'm feeling with this card is like you might be in a place where you're like, I've been doing all this work. This has been going on for quite a bit of time. Do you hear the impatience in my voice? I keep getting these signs, the synchronicities that my ships are coming in and, maybe losing a little patience over it. Okay. So if you're feeling that way, that's the place, to work on, right? To do some work around, why am I feeling impatient? And really, this is about trusting. This is also about trust. Okay. So if you're finding yourself getting impatient and you're like, I'm doing all this work, number one, it's like, you do the work for you, right? You do the work to raise your vibration, not to get stuff, not to get your stuff. But many of us know, this isn't going to go, that work's not going to go unnoticed. It's natural law. It's cause and effect. It's the law of compensation. So there may be a little bit of this sticky energy to be working on to get clear and get into that trusting and receiving space versus feeling a little impatient, like, come on, man, like when is it my turn? Or like, I'm really feeling somebody out there is like, okay, where's my payday? Yeah, I get it. And that's the place where you're going to be wanting to focus on your inner work. Okay. If that's you, if that's how you're feeling. So this humility and bow down. Yeah, I'm feeling it's kind of the continuation on this idea of really just trusting, like just keep trusting, keep leaning into that trust, like knowing, it's yours. It's yours. Whatever it is that you're calling in, right? With this reading, this new beginning, this new project, maybe it's a new love, maybe it's all of the above, right? Trusting that it's, if it's truly yours, it's truly yours. And really tempering any impatience that you feel around it. I don't know if you've ever had the experience where you're wanting to manifest something new, right? You're really wanting to call it in, and you think you want it right then and there, and you don't get it. And maybe you never get it. Or maybe you get it later, and you can see in hindsight that it wasn't for the highest and the best to get it at the time that you wanted it, or to get it at all. Okay? And so there's a confirmation in the messages this week that whatever it is that and whatever it is that it is your true heart's desire is coming in. Okay? It might not look exactly the way you think it's going to look. It might not go down the way you're hoping it goes down. That's the humility, right? It's being open to the highest version of that. Like letting go of how it's going to come in, letting go of, people talk about letting go of the outcome. It's not so much like letting go, if you're desiring more abundance and more love and more joy and stability in your life, right? Like trusting that that's coming in. It's coming in. It just might not be coming in the format that you're visualizing. Okay. But trust that it is coming in, right? Have that humility and patience. Let go of the how and the particulars, the details. And that's actually going to, when we get hung up on the details, that delays things. It slows down. It blocks the manifestation. So, wow. Quite a bit going on for this week's reading. I do feel like this is this week and into the month of November. So keep me posted. If this is resonating with you, drop a comment below. If you don't follow and you're just picking this up on the fly, I'd love for you to continue to tune in. I do these weekly collective readings for Lightworkers, starseeds, usually every Monday, so feel free to tune in on Mondays to that. I also post it over on my YouTube channel, so be sure to go over there as well. In addition to these readings, I also have podcast interviews posted over there. I have educational videos over there for lightworkers and starseeds who have big missions. So feel free to check that out at Gail Nowak. It's gail.nowak over at YouTube. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.